Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, the 26th of May, and just an update with the number of cases overnight. There was just one new case. I believe that was up further north and is believed to be linked to the Ruby Princess. So again, no community transmission, which is another great number to have as we continue to monitor the spread of COVID-19 as the restrictions are slowly lifted. So at this stage, things are tracking really well. But again, remember that we don't rush and don't expect the government to just respond because we have a couple of days free of cases and things like that. Because remember, we need to wait for 2 complete cycles, which is roughly 28 days. In terms of making decisions to see how we're being impacted on as a result of the lifting of those restrictions. So have a look and keep an eye on that, but remember we probably have to wait till later or mid-June before we actually find out what's happening in the next stage. So in regards to picking up and dropping off students from school, we are seeing parents doing very well at social distancing, but can you please be aware that on some occasions staff may ask you to stand further apart, and that's not trying to be bossy or anything like that. That is simply for safety reasons. It is very important for adults to maintain that safe distance. The same thing within the school, when people for particular appointments or have a good reason why they need to go up into the school area, we need to monitor how many adults are in any particular place. So just to give you an example, we can only have an extra 1 visitor in each building at any one time to make sure that we are complying with the current social distancing policies for the area in which adults can be. And so if we were to take 1 parent to a building, that would be the only parent that could go to that building. And let's say, for example, I escorted a parent up to the Year 4 block. I'd need to wait outside while the parent went in to see the teacher if they needed to. So the first thing that we do is determine how urgent it is for a parent or a visitor to go into the school and where they need to go. The second thing we have to do is look at whether there's someone already in that area, so that we're not actually having more than the number of people that's allowed. So there is a process that we need to go through in terms of letting people in to the school grounds, and particularly adults. Some parents have questioned about the social distancing within school, and if you look at all of the government advice at the moment, social distance is not required for children in the classroom. So the desks aren't 1.5 metres apart and those sorts of things, because currently it is deemed safe for children to be at school and in the classroom. And also, I guess, in Queensland at the moment, given the very low levels of cases that we have and it not growing substantially, means that it's particularly safe in our current circumstances. So that should allay some of the fears or some anxiety that people have, that it is quite safe for children to be at school. Thanks again for the people who have been returning the home learning packs, because we will be drawing that prize at the end of this week, and hopefully I'll be able to announce that on Friday afternoon. Just finally, if you are visiting the school, then you will need to go to the office, and there is a process that we've been given where you need to read through some information and sign that you've read that information and get a visitor's lanyard to progress past the office area of the school. The other thing to make you aware of is the tuck shop, and obviously online orders through School Shop Online. If you are not aware of how to make the online orders, tomorrow morning at the front of the school, near the coffee shop area, we will have someone stationed there to run through the process of doing the tuck shop orders online. So look, everything in general, things are going pretty well. Very much appreciate the support of the students returning and the way in which they've got back into their learning and the respect that's being shown by everybody. So thanks again, and I will be back with another update tomorrow. Just a reminder, this will be the last week where I do daily updates. From the start of next week, we will just be doing the weekly updates.